your CIGTV News Update. I'm Donna Bush. Thanks for joining us. Well, recently we told you about the Cayman Connection UK reception held at the Governor's House for students studying in the UK, those who have plans to do so, and former students as well. We also brought you news on a workshop held for those students called Culture Shock by the CCUK organization. Well, today we hear from Chief Officer Eric Bush, who explains more about CCUK and its benefits to Caymanians.
Cayman Connection UK partners with the Cayman Islands Government Office in the UK for student engagement and student affairs. Because the Cayman Islands is a British Overseas Territory, our students have the opportunity to study in the UK and have the benefit of receiving home fees. Now, essentially what that means is whatever the university that you're going to participate in, there's a cap on the annual fee, and I think it's £9,000 at the moment. International students, their fees can run into the tens of thousands. I think it's the highest I've seen is £45,000 per year. But because we're British Overseas Territory, Caymanian students going over there have the benefit and the privilege of studying in a UK university at the home fee level. So that's the first benefit of Caymanian students really taking a hard look at the UK. I understand it's further away, but culturally, it is different, but it's no different from the United States or Canada. And of course, the education is just as good, if not better. And depending on the subject matter that the students have chosen, as an example, law, it would only be English law that's relevant within the Cayman Islands. So if they are looking to study law, accounting is a bit more global in its context, but the opportunities, the engagement, and just the availability of different cultures, etc. The UK deserves a strong look from all Caymanian families looking to send their children, students, young adults to university. CCUK in particular now partners with the Cayman Islands Government Office in the UK, and what is there, because we have so many Caymanian students, I think the last statistic I saw was over 200 Caymanian students traveling and attending in the UK for the purpose of attending university. It's important, because we have the government office there, to have an entity or a function that looks after the affairs of our Caymanian students from a consular affairs to ensure that they're safe, to ensure that there's a conduit of information from the government or from the families if they can't get a hold of them, and to try and bring them together. You know, the UK is a spread out area, and we have students from Scotland to Wales to Northern Ireland to London to Sussex, you know, thousands of miles apart. CCUK on an annual basis tries to have a number of engagements throughout the year that looks to bring our Caymanian students together for the purpose of just general fellowship, for the purpose of trivia, and reminding those who may forget of what Caymankind really looks like if they've been away from home for a while.
And join us tomorrow when we hear from Chief Officer Bush about the Cayman Islands-Monaco relationship. Finally, dozens of Cayman's top performers are at the Caribbean Festival of the Arts in Trinidad and Tobago. CARIFESTA ends tomorrow, August 22nd, and since arriving in the Twin Island nation, some of the dancers have been featured in the local newspaper headlines, and the chefs and actors have also been showcasing their talents as well. Now, every 2 years, a delegation attends CARIFESTA with the Cayman National Cultural Foundation. This year, the group was joined by Minister for Culture, the Honorable Dwayne Seymour. Well, if you'd like to know what's on the CIG television schedule, you can go online to gis.gov.ky and click on the publications icon at the bottom of the page. If you missed today's news update, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page as well as the CIG Television YouTube channel. I'm Donna Bush, as always, thanking you for joining us, wishing you a wonderful and, of course, a very safe night, and hoping you'll join us back here again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye for now.
Do you have a business in the tourism industry? The Cayman Islands Department of Tourism wants you to get listed on their website. Visit CaymanIslands.com. It's absolutely free and will give your business added exposure on the #1 visited tourism site for the Cayman Islands. Learn more and get listed at www.visitcaymanislands.com/sign up. That's www.visitcaymanislands.com/sign up. Deadline is August 15th for all submissions. Don't wait. Sign up today.
Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required? Did you know planning permission is required to clear land by mechanical means? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman's boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
Did you know that planning permission is required for an addition, alteration, or any material change to your house? The 10% rule no longer exists. Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required?